Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about snafus. So, um, there's always a point where you have a page and you start it and you're not happy with it. And I always get really down on myself and I always feel like that's it, that's over, but being an artist and having started to do more manual things, because I usually do Photoshop, you mess up, you go back, so it's way different and easier. What the Hobonichi Illustrator Hobonichi has taught me is to kind of go with the mistakes. I mean, as you know, last year I ditched a pencil, which means that my drawings are sometimes not great because I kind of have to go with what I did. And it's taught me a little bit more about going with the flow and experimenting. So this is where we go to my new Illustrated Hobonichi. I'm very happy with it so far. I'm going to turn the camera and show you and keep talking. So here we go. As you know, I have my Illustrated A6 Hobonichi in this Lorite cover. I actually used the dashboard from Chic Sparrow, and you'll see why there's gold leaf everywhere, to put the weekly insert, which is once a week. So what I do is I kind of practice drawing. I did this yesterday and just write a little bit my impression on the week. I am going to decorate all this, but I like to take my time because I realize that when I don't, sometimes I'm not really happy with what comes out. So I was really, really happy with the way things were going. And you will see, this was actually put in to hide what I had. It's a piece of vellum that I had bought at So String Green all around the world, and I have 2 Jolie sticker, and these were from AliExpress. So I tried to do gold leaf. I usually do gold leaf now, and it's real 24 karat gold leaf on my fine art prints. I have some composition gold leaf, which is not, it's mostly made out of metal, and it's technically easier to handle. So I thought, well, how cool, I have all this stuff. I'm not really going to use it. Why don't I use it in my Hobonichi? And it was the full moon. So I drew the full moon and I decided to put the gold leaf all around it. And I made a giant mess. First of all, because in my experimentation, I went full on. Instead of using my glue that's specific for gold leaf, I use a stick of glue. And then I went with gesso because why not? I also didn't account for the fact that it is Tomoe River paper, so things take a long time to dry. So by the time I put the gesso, you see where the glue hadn't dried. Then I went back and I actually put, not the gesso, I'm sorry, the Mod Podge. I went back and did again because I actually kind of liked how shiny this was. To fix the whole snafu, I put a few stickers and I covered it. The feeling that I had, because honestly, I'm really proud of the rest of my pages so far. This has been great. Was so intense that I really was almost like, well, there's not that many days. We should start over. And I was like, that's ridiculous. That's also part of having an illustrated journal and a sketchbook is you experiment. And when you experiment, you fail. And so it's not always great. So to make myself feel better, I decided to try again, but the way I know how to use gold leaf. And so I did this page, which I needed to do as well. And that was, really quick. I really, see how beautiful that is. Love the result. And that's composition leaf. And all you do is you put some of this. You wait a little bit because else it'll appear white. When it kind of gets transparent, then you put the gold leaf and you wait. You put something so that the glue doesn't go, you wait, and then you can scratch off whatever didn't get put on there. And so once I did this, I felt better and I've been at it, but it made me think of all the times I felt, oh, I made a mistake and this is over, and in a way came back to last week, I think it was. I really didn't love my weeks and I was having a hard time filling it in. And I just did, I just put some things from the week. Again, that's what I like doing at the end of it, but it's not, I don't know why it's not my favorite week, maybe because of what the week was really, but I actually had a good week, I would say. But I related to it to when I go work out. So there's weeks where I go almost every day, and a side note, I don't go work out necessarily for anything than to feel strong, but mostly to sweat out and feel better in my head. Mental health wise, this is the best thing I've ever had. And when I go, I really do feel the high afterwards, and I feel creative, and I feel like I can take mountains, and that's really important to me. So in the spirit of this, today I went to the gym finally after like a 3 weeks break for my kids. It was kind of hard to go. Even when my kids were at their dad's, it was kind of hard for me to just get myself out there and go. I had to take them to school this morning and went straight there and decided to help myself accountable. So I posted it on my IG at Hobonichi Deli as a story. I posted what I did on the elliptical, a horrible selfie after the gym, because that's where we're at, and I'll put it in here if you want. You can laugh. And just because I want to do it every day this week and see what it does for my creativity, because I really, and I know I have friends who've told me that for years, that for them working out is really an essential step to feeling better, but it's magical. It's magical. But I was just thinking of that because to me it related to a failed page. Or when you do a diet and you have a bad day and you eat everything inside and you think, well, that's it. My diet is broken. And that's not what it is. It's consistency. And consistency doesn't mean you won't fail. You will have bad days. You will have bad pages. You will have days and days like that. But as long as you're committed to doing it, and usually I think it has to come from really within you, with wanting to better yourself. Or like in my case, I realized, okay, I wanted to experiment. I wanted to be a little bit more creative in this. On days where I didn't know what to draw, I really wanted to do that. So go with the fail. That's fine. It's fine. Is it ugly? Yeah, to me it's horrendous. But I put the page on top of it, and it just reminds me to keep trying, because with the page, I actually kind of like it. It's fine. It's not the end of the world, and it tells a story, and it does, ironically, makes me want to do more of that, even though maybe with a little more research on what Tomoe River paper does to glue and all that stuff. Oh, my cat tried to use my son's skateboard. That's funny. So yeah, I just want to pop in and share those thoughts, because I thought I wish sometimes people had told me that. Like, I don't really believe in diets, but diets was like the thing, or working out, that came to mind, where you have a bad day and you're like, that's it. It's over. I failed. And literally you could have 2 weeks that are bad. And if you go back, like I had 3 weeks where I barely hit the gym. And today I went back and I didn't feel like I was starting over, because it's always that thought mentality. Oh, I failed, so I have to start over. No, you don't. You still have done all the work. You just failed one thing, one day, 1 week, 3 weeks. But if you've been consistent doing it, and if you keep consistently coming back to it, I think we'll all be good. We'll have a great illustrated journal, a great Hobonichi weeks, great workout year, a great diet year, whatever it is that you're trying to do. I think consistency doesn't necessarily mean that you don't have off days, off weeks. Just as long as you don't attack yourself and decide, well, that's it, it's over, I'm starting from scratch. No, you're not. Remember, all the work you've done before you failed is still there. But yeah, that's it. I've said it like 15 times. Thanks for watching. I hope everybody's having a great day, and happy Monday. Bye-bye.